All right, this is a preemptive recording because we don't know if we're going to be here this today or not due to weather or COVID or both. Kind of ready for some weird. This stuff is weird. All right, so if you hadn't subscribed, go ahead, hit subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell, all that good stuff. You can leave comments, but they are monitored. Now, here's the deal. So we have again this form. And I know everybody loves it, just absolutely. This A, H, and K thing. Now, our axis of symmetry, which you'll see as AOS because it's easier to write it that way, is just our H value, and it's the opposite of what's in here. Okay, so if it says minus, it's going to be a positive. If it's positive, it's going to be a minus. All right, our vertex is actually HK. So like our H value will go here, K value will go here. Now, we can fill out the X's like it would be on a number line, no problem. These Y values have a ratio of 1A and these are 3A. That doesn't make a lot of sense right now because you don't know what I'm talking about because you hadn't seen a problem. But we're going to get in that in a little bit. All right, here's also another thing. When A is positive, the minimum is the vertex, max is infinity. When A is negative, the max is the vertex, and min is negative infinity. Again, doesn't make a lot of sense until we do it. So let's get into it. All right, woo. Gotta move this. Bloop. All right, so to kind of help y'all out a little bit, I've done my notes, and if you're just a regular student and you're not getting to be in my class, I'm very sorry. But we can fill out our A, H, and K. All right, our A is 1, our H on this one is 0, and our K is 0. All right. Remember, our AOS is the same thing as our H, which is 0, and it's the X value of our vertex, 0. The Y value is our K, 0. Now, because our A is positive, our max is going to be infinity. Okay, that means it opens up like this and it's going to go to infinity and beyond. Our smallest point, our minimum point, is going to be our vertex right here. So 0, 0. All right, this is a very easy problem. Just kind of getting into it. Now, our H value, it actually goes in the middle right here. This is our 0. That's our H value. And I kind of covered that up. Okay. Our K value is right here. Also 0. Okay. Now, if this was like a number line, this would go 1 and 2 right here, and -1, -2, like you would see on a regular number line. Not a big deal. Too easy. This part right here is where people get really lost in the sauce. All right. So, this right here, this is at a ratio of 1A. Now, a lot of people is like, well, what does that mean? Well, our A for this one is 1. All right. So 1 times 1 is 1. So we actually add 1 to this value right here. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Not too bad. All right. This other one way out here on the end, and I'm going to have to kind of circle it in. This is 3A. Okay, well, that's 3 times 1, which is 3. And we add this to here. So what's 1 plus 3? Well, it's 4. And that's an easy way to do this. Now, you could do, if you wanted to, plug in these X values into this equation. It's fine, but I like the ratios. I think they're a little bit easier. Probably not easy right now because you just did 1, and if everybody knew how to do 1 on the first one, basically you're like the Matrix. We've just uploaded it to you. Not the one you have to go back and watch the original. Go watch the one from the 90s. It's worth it. Okay. All right. So again, let's fill in our stuff. I'm going to shrink me just a little bit. All right. Our A for this is going to be 2. All right, no h value, no k value. Still the same thing as x equals 0. All right, our max, because our a is positive, it opens up. This is going to be infinity, and our min is going to be our vertex. So I almost wrote the word vertex because I'm saying it so much, but our min is 0, 0. All right, now let's plug in our h and k value. Our h value is 0, our k value is 0. So the x's across here is going to look very similar to what we just did. And I can, this is what we just did. But now we get to look at this other part. All right. This is 1a. Well, this is 1 times 2, which is 2. All right. So what is 0 plus 2? 2. Very good. Let's see. Now this one is 3a, which is 3 times 2, which is 6. So if I have 2 and I add 6 to it, I get, well, if I didn't fill in the box, I could actually write there. Okay, I would get 8. All right, so on the ratios, here's the deal. You multiply 1 times a, and then you add it to what's in the middle. Then on these outside ones, you multiply 3 times a, and you add it to the ones on the outside, or that we just did. That's the process. All right. Number 3. Ew. This one, our a is -1, because there's a negative right here. This is still 0, 0, so we should kind of, get used to this. Now, this one, our a is 0. This opens down. That means our max is actually our vertex. It's the highest thing. That's like, you throw a ball, kick a ball, drop kick somebody, I don't know. They go up and down. Okay. And it goes on to negative infinity. Okay. H value, K value. Looks very similar to before. Now, this with 1a, this is now 1 times -1, which is -1. All right. 0 plus -1, same thing as 0 minus 1, we get -1. Okay. Now, this is 3a. Sorry, I'm not picking my nose. It's itching. Okay. If I was picking my nose, I'd be knuckle deep. All right. This is 3a. So this is 3 times -1, which is -3. So if I have -1 and I add -3, I get -4. Okay. Slowly it should be kind of coming up. Hey, this is the way we do it. Makes it a little easier and go on from there. Now, for some odd reason in the book that y'all don't have, it likes to repeat some stuff. So we're going to go over some transformations and then we're going to do this new stuff. All right. And because I like y'all, I have filled in this part. So A is described as transformations, BC. Okay. And this is supposed to have a D right here, but y'all are okay. Now, I've put this up here. I could put this up here on a test, but this is just to help you. It's not for an actual grade. Now, -3. Okay. Now, our H is the opposite. So this is going to be -6. And then K is -4. All right. So when we're describing our transformations, okay, this would be flipped, stretch 3, left 6, and down 4, just like we have done before. And you can go back and look at those notes if need be. Okay. All right. Our B is our axis of symmetry. So this would be our H values. This is x equals -6. And our vertex is this, and our K value. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's fill some of this in. -6 goes here. -4 goes here. Now, on the number line, this would look like -5, -4, -7, -8. All right. Now remember, this is 1A. Well, 1A is 1 times -3, which is -3. So if we have -4 and we add -3, we get -7. Okay, that's that stretch. Okay, it's flipped it and then it stretches it. That's why, it went from -4 to 7. Okay. All right. This is 3A. Well, 3A is 3 times -3, which is -9. So if I have -9, now add it to what we had a while ago, which is -7, I get -16. And that would go here. Now, not going to lie, this is very similar to what you would have on this next test for this. That's the process. Okay. Now, adding the transformations and stuff is one thing, but again, this is the first one. Kind of go through, we'll be all right. All right. Number 5. Let's look at this. Our A is 1/2. Our H is the opposite. Okay. So this would be 2, and then K is just 4. So we have a compress or a shrink of 1/2. So we squish it down a little bit. We have right 2, up 4. Okay, so that was, remember, A is our transformations. This is our AOS, which is our H value. So this is x equals 2. That goes here. Then our 4, which is our K value, goes here. And we get to fill this in again. 2, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. See? Like a number line. All right. Now this time it's 1A. Well, A is a little bit different for this one. It's 1/2. So if we have 4 and we add a half, we get 4.5. Now, you could get the improper fraction. Not going to do that. And I would not want to have to graph this on the graph because that's a decimal and that's going to be subjective. So, no. All right, this is 3A. 3A. That's 3 times 1/2, which is 3/2, or 1.5. Okay, so I'm going to have what I just had. I'm going to have 4.5 plus 1.5. Okay, so that's 5. That's 5, and then so we get 6. Okay. Now you could have done that with the calculator. Some of y'all are going to try to photo math or Wolfram Alpha. I know, but that's literally it. Let's see. Do we have any more? I don't think we do. Oh, good, and we're done. All right. So again, preemptive recording, just in case. Who knows? this is during my planning at school on a Wednesday. I'm about to go back to watching Coyote on Paramount Plus because that's how I decompress to make it through the day. Again, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide. Nope, nope. Roll